Good morning, students. Let us continue the electrochemical cell topic. We have discussed about the electrochemical cell construction, and now we can calculate the cell potential E0 cell of the galvanic cell. For example, I have given here galvanic cell representation and their standard reduction potential and asked you to calculate E0 cell. E0 cell means standard EMF of the cell, electromotive force of the electrochemical cell. So, by looking at this representation, what we can understand? Zinc is undergoing oxidation to zinc plus oxidation. Therefore, zinc act as, so you can keep in your zinc here, zinc acts as anode and nickel plus 2 is converting into nickel. That means by accepting 2 electrons, nickel is converting into nickel. Plus 2 is converting into nickel. That is nickel plus 2 is undergoing the reduction. Reduction means it acts as cathode. Right? Its reduction potential values are given. Now we need to calculate E0 of the cell. What is the formula for E0 of the cell? E0 of the cell is equals to E cathode minus E anode. Therefore, what is cathode value? Look into it here, minus 0.25 volt. And what is zinc? I mean anode. Anode is minus 0.76 volt. So, writing minus 0.25, minus of minus will become plus, and this will be 76. If you get subtract 76.76 minus 0.25, you will get 0.51 volt. So, this is the E0 cell of this galvanic cell representation, right? Similarly, you can calculate in this. So here I have given copper converting into copper plus 2 and silver plus is converting into silver. So by looking at it, we can consider, of course, galvanic cell representation itself is telling left side is anode and right side is cathode, right? Therefore, copper acts as anode and silver acts as cathode. And we also have the electrochemical potential, electrode potentials. Their standard reduction potentials are given, right? No need to by heart the electrochemical series. See here. So electrode potential are given. Again, I have to use this formula to calculate the E cell. So E0 cell, E0 is represented because it is standard electrode potential of the cell is equals to cathode. What is a cathode? This one is cathode reduction. Therefore, plus 0.8 minus anode, E of anode. Therefore, plus 0.34. Right? See, you don't look into the electrode potential values. Both plus, both minus, 1 plus, 1 minus. You don't mind about it. Already we have given electrochemical series and in that electrode potentials. So just take that reduction potentials. And again, don't confuse. This is reduction potential and this is undergoing oxidation. Don't worry it. Just these are the electrode potentials. Remember. And here anode I have to take and cathode I have to take. That's it. Then, so here what is the value I get? 0.41 is the value. 46, right? Sorry. 0.46 volt for this electrochemical cell. Like this, many innumerable number of electrochemical cells can be constructed and calculated their standard reduction, standard EMF of that cell, or E cell can be calculated. EM of the cell or E0 of the cell is one at the same here. Okay. Okay. Now we'll discuss measurement of the electrode potential. Measurement means till now we got electrochemical series. There are the numbers of standard electrode potential of the different elements. Then how to determine and how we got those elements reduction potential values. If you want a new element's reduction potential, how to identify an unknown one. Then here comes one example, standard hydrogen electrode. Generally we call the first letter S, H, E like She electrode. Standard hydrogen electrode is used to measure the electrode potential of different elements, right? For example, look at this. This is the standard hydrogen electrode set. First one, here is this half of the cell, standard hydrogen. For example, if I want copper electrodes potential, can I get it? No, because single electrode potential cannot be identified. We need to constitute a cell, anode, cathode and movement of the electrons. Electrochemical cell has to be fulfilled, means two should be there, anode and cathode. But single electrode potential cannot be determined. So, if we arbitrarily fix one electrode potential, then an unknown electrode potential can be identified. Like, so here this hydrogen electrode, its electrode potential is arbitrarily fixed as 0. If you see in electrochemical series, it is in the middle. Its potential is given as 0 volts. Then based on this, the other elements' electrode potentials have been calculated, right? Therefore, we are taking this She electrode here. This is my She electrode, hydrogen electrode. So what is this hydrogen electrode? See, hydrogen is a gas. Therefore, I cannot write like a rod or whatever, like till now I used to write. So this hydrogen has to be bubbled to a setup. What is this? The inverter glass tube is fixed into which a platinum wire is given. So this is my platinum wire, because I said metallic conductors. Metallic conductors are the conductors which allow the electrons to pass through them, but they don't undergo any chemical change, because platinum, sometimes your gold, these are your inert metals. As these are inert metals, they don't involve in the reaction, but they allow the electrons to pass through, right? So when hydrogen is bubbled here and hydrogen is undergoing reaction, if it releases electrons, then this platinum wire will take up those electrons. Because hydrogen is a gas, it cannot pass electrons through it, right? Because electrochemical series we have seen zinc rod, copper rod we kept. No, we cannot keep here like that. So I have taken a help of inert electrode. Inert means it won't undergo any chemical reaction, right? So inert platinum wire is dipped under the glass tube, and from this I have to bubble my hydrogen gas, H2 gas. H2 gas at 1 atmospheric pressure or 1 bar pressure, because I have to maintain for standard electrode potential 1 molar pressure, right? But gaseous pressure is measured in pressures, gaseous concentration is measured in pressure. Therefore, 1 bar pressure I have to take. If liquids you say 1 molar you will say. No, that will be giving you standard electrode potential at room temperature, that is 298 Kelvin, and 1 molar concentration, whatever the potential you get, that is called standard electrode potential. Therefore, I am maintaining that. So, at 1 bar pressure I am giving the hydrogen bubbling into this. So, when hydrogen is bubbled into it, and here I have taken 1 molar HCl concentration, because electrolyte is required. So, this is my electrolyte. And as you know, with this side it should act as anode, and this will be cathode, right? My positive value for the cathode and negative terminal for the anode for the electrochemical cell already I have given. So here the hydrogen H2 gas undergoes oxidation, right? So this half undergoes oxidation. So anode oxidation has to undergo. Therefore H2 has to leave 2 electrons. That means H2 undergoing oxidation to convert into 2 H plus ions plus 2 electrons, right? 2 electron has to be liberated here. Then when 2 electrons are liberated, that electrons will move from this platinum wire, and from here it will move towards the cathode. Right? Exactly similar to that. In order to in order to identify the other electrode's potential and unknown electrode potential, we have to connect that electrode to the gas standard hydrogen electrode. Then only cell will be completed. Then only we can identify the how much voltage energy is generated, the electric energy is generated. Right? This is my SC electrode, standard electrode. This is my unknown electrode, which has to be connected to this. In your textbook only this is given, but with this single also we cannot identify anything, right? So I have connected this. Now my electrons are moved. For example, this I have taken copper rod, copper cathode. We know it, but just for your sake to understand the working of this She electrode, I have taken copper and dipped it in copper sulfate solution. Again, copper sulfate solution is 1 molar because standard potential I have to measure, no. Therefore, 1 molar copper sulfate solution is taken, and this is oxidation. Therefore, here it should undergo reduction. Right? So, when 2 electrons are coming here, then what happens? Copper sulfate, copper plus 2 ions will move towards this electrode and take these electrons and convert into, so what happens here? Copper plus 2 will convert into, copper plus 2 takes 2 electrons and converts into copper solid, and that solid will be deposited onto this rod, right? It will accumulated onto the copper rod. Because solid, it will be seen, you can hear it will be deposited. Copper plus 2 ions will take 2 electrons from here and deposit it over here. Now, if we are fixing the electrode potential of this one, we know it. Then, whatever we want, we can identify it from the voltmeter, because here we will get the measurement. Here, standard hydrogen electrode potential is taken as the 0, right? See here, E cell will become E naught of the cathode minus E of the anode. So, cathode minus anode, right? So, cathode, whatever the value you get here, for example, here we got plus 0.34 volt, and we know hydrogen electrode is kept arbitrarily taken as 0. Therefore, whatever the value you are getting will be given to the E cell. That means that to the cathode only. This will become 0. So, E cell will become is equals to E of the cathode. So, this whole whatever generated will be given to the copper. That means my unknown electrode potential is 0.34 volt. This is undergoing cathode reduction potential positive value. It's okay. Now, for example, if I take here zinc. Now, I want to take zinc electrode potential value. How I will get? Again, I have to connect it towards the anode, hydrogen electrode. So, this is the hydrogen electrode, and to it my zinc rod is connected. Yes, but we know that zinc undergoes oxidation. Yeah, but here we can take the values are different. Minus values you will get, right? See here, zinc. If cathode, if you are keeping the zinc, here is what I have here. See here, see the galvanic cell notation of the hydrogen electrode. Look at this, platinum H2. Why I am writing platinum here? Because platinum I have taken the help to make it as a electrode, but H2 gas is bubbled to it. My element is H2, but my metallic conductor, electrode is platinum. I have to show. Okay, and what it is converting? H2 is converting into H plus. Therefore, this is my galvanic cell representation. Other than this platinum, this all you know, galvanic cell representation. One extra platinum is only, it's just because we are using the platinum electrode, right? See here, platinum we have taken, therefore platinum H2. H2 is converting into H plus, right? So, H2 is converting into H plus, that is undergoing oxidation, whereas copper plus 2 is converting into copper undergoing the reduction. Then how to identify my copper electrode potential? So, I have to consider the value from the voluminogram experimental value, whatever you get. So it is a full cell constructed. So value whatever I will get, that will be the E cell. So for this value, I got 0.34 volt as the E cell, E naught cell, because standard electrode 1 molar only we have taken, right? And what is the cathode? Copper. I don't know its value, X. And anode value, I said that it is arbitrarily fixed as 0. Therefore, my E cell, if I know E cell value will be is equals to my cathode value. Therefore, my copper electrode potential, standard electrode potential is 0.34. Again I am saying reduction potential. Standard reduction potential of copper is identified to be 0.34 volt. Similarly, if I keep zinc, again the galvanic cell representation is same, right? So here platinum, hydrogen is converting into H plus, zinc plus 2 is converting into zinc. Instead of copper, zinc only, that's it. Then here E naught of the cell, here E cathode minus anode. So E cathode, cathode is again I kept X because I don't know zinc value, that is only I want to identify. Then minus 0. So whatever the E cell I will get, that will be my zinc electrode potential. So here I got E naught cell value as minus 0.76 volt. Therefore, my zinc electrode potential is, zinc reduction potential value is minus 0.76. Negative electrode potential values indicates that they are stronger reducing agent than hydrogen, because in electrochemical series if you identify, there hydrogen is in the middle, right? So they are stronger reducing agents. Positive value indicates they are stronger oxidizing agents than hydrogen or weaker reducing agents than hydrogen. Please go through the electrochemical series. It is very important. No need to by heart the values. At least where are the elements present. Non-metals at the top. Fluorine, chlorine, bromine, like that. And the down you will have the metals. Especially at very bottom lithium. It starts from the fluorine and ends with the lithium. So lithium is the strongest reducing agent. Right? It undergo easy oxidation. And first A group elements all, lithium, sodium, potassium, they will come. Then later second A group elements will come, magnesium, calcium, like that. Any hint you can keep to remember that electrochemical series, so that it will be useful for you in writing the problems also. And electrochemical series, electrochemical cell is used in your batteries and all, and it also useful for the calculation of solubility product, pH of the cell, and you have done equilibrium constants. Equilibrium constant calculation also we can use help of your electrochemical cell. It has very vast applications, right? So this ends my measurement of electrode potential or She electrode or standard hydrogen electrode. Any element if they give, according to that you have to write. They may give copper or they may give zinc, they may give magnesium. So you have to write this explanation by your own to explain She electrode by taking magnesium unknown electrode. Then you have to explain the same.